Good morning, humans behind the screen. This is Dre Murray. And look, uh, I heard something very profound this morning. And it was very simple, but it was profound. It was just um, talking about LeBron, you know, LeBron James, his post about everything that's going on with the situation with Kobe Bryant. And one of the things that he spoke about was, or he listed in his post, was that he was going to continue that legacy and basically put things on his shoulders, uh, specifically with the Lakers organization. But I think he was just saying overall in general, just that what Kobe stood for, continuing that legacy. And what I took from that, the commentators were kind of breaking that down, or analyzing that. And it was said that that was a great thing, that because LeBron is somebody that he feels this sense of responsibility because of the gift that he's been given to be in tip-top shape, to show up, to be someone that his teammates can count on, and not just his teammates, but us as the people that are viewing him and watching him. He wants to perform at the highest level because he feels a sense of responsibility, with the gifts and the talents that he's been given, to not waste those, to not just let them, dwindle away and disappear. And this really, really convicted me, in that I I know that I have gifts and talents, and not just with one thing. There are many things that I try my hand at, things that I've tried my hand at over the course of my life, and have excelled at. But there's a few things that I know, like as you get older, especially, you become, or at least if you're paying attention, you become super self-aware of those things. Hopefully you are becoming more self-aware as you get older, of those things that you are like really good at, and those things that you aren't naturally as gifted at. And I become super aware of those things, and I'm also aware of the things that I need to work on. But what I feel like I haven't done is double down on those things. I feel like I've let in the um, just the pressures of this life. At times I've let them I've let them um, suffocate those gifts, to the point to where I don't use them to their full potential. Um, and it's a very sobering thing. Like it's motivating, but then it's also looking at opportunities wasted, and looking at um, just looking back, man, and just seeing the times where you speaking to me specifically, those times where I was in that period of um, being suffocated by the pressures of this world, and just external things that I took on, and then they became internal things. And then you internalize those things, because I'm often in my head, um, which is why I write, which is why I tell stories, which is why I feel the most alive when I am creating, is because I internalize a lot of things, um, even things that aren't necessarily a part of my life, but something that may be outside of me, that I've taken on, um, and turned those into stories and songs. And so, man, I moving forward, I want to be someone that answers the call and steps up to the plate and knocks it out of the park, And not even, and it's really not even about knocking it out of the park once you get to the plate, right? Because if you do the work beforehand, once you get to the plate, once you get to the line, the free throw line, once you get in that situation where it's the time's running down and the team needs you, you're gonna be prepared. And I've been in those situations before where I felt prepared. I know what that feels like. But a lot of times, as of late, especially over the last, man, I don't know how many years now, somewhere along the way, especially with creating, somewhere along the way, I felt like some of that was stripped away from me. That that confidence, and going into the the practice and just the things that go into being the best that you can be in a particular field. Like, you kind of have to have confidence in that what you're doing is going to produce something. And I started to feel as though the work that I was putting in is like, why am I even putting in this work, and not being confident in that work. And then, questioning the finished result of things, because of the lack of, and I say lack of, it's not like I was just sitting around. I've been sitting around doing nothing, but I know my capabilities, and I know what God has given me, and I know the opportunities that I've had. And so I've really been reflecting on that the last couple of days in light of things that have, going on and transpired with Kobe and the others, that his daughter and the others that were on the helicopter that unfortunately crashed. Been thinking about time and time wasted and opportunities wasted, and where to go moving forward, how to approach things moving forward. And I really want to approach things moving forward, with gratitude first and foremost, because I'm grateful for the things that I've been given, the opportunities, the gifts that God has given me, the doors that have been open for me. But I want to put in more work behind the scenes, and that doesn't mean I don't want it to sound like there's a lot of people going around, you gotta grind, da 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 da. I mean, you do have to sacrifice to make things work, but there's certain things, just systems that, I just want it to be cleaner. I want it to be things to be more organized. I want things to be more put together to where, I can work to the best of my ability. And so that's my focus going forward. That's hopefully it resonates with somebody. If not, this whole situation is as sad as this situation has been. Speaking about the Kobe Bryant situation, one thing that I am taking from this is just hearing about him and the work that he put in, and it's one of the reasons why I've argued over the last couple of years with friends and family about Kobe being, for me being me loving Kobe, or putting him over Jordan, I should say, and people didn't understand because they felt like I was talking about just specifically with basketball, but that's not what I was talking about. I started to really dig in, and after he retired, dig into just his mindset, and I'm more intrigued, by mindsets and just the systems that he had in place, and just the way that he thought, the science behind things. Is he really wanted to know the science behind things and get down to the nuts and bolts, and that really intrigued me, and that's something that I think in that way, but I want to think even more in that way, and apply that which I learned, because a lot of times I gain a lot of information and I don't apply it, or I pass it on to someone else, which is good, but I really want to start applying that to what I'm doing. So hopefully this encourages someone. Hopefully I pray that you take something from this. So, yeah. Hope you have an amazing day. Again, condolences to all the families that, lost someone this past weekend. It's just heartbreaking, man. It's very heartbreaking. But like I said, I'm looking at this and looking at all the positive things that people are putting out about, Kobe's mentality, and I'm really taking that to heart. And I want to implement those things in my life, all across the board. So, yeah, God bless y'all. Peace.